I mean, anything from your end, bro? Anything you want to touch on?
What I wanted to talk about, to go along with yours is, well, okay, so mainly about you. Okay, okay. Okay, so it looks like it's gonna be me and you. That's fine.
Let's bet. Let's run it.
I want to. Okay, so just about. Okay, so this is Aaron Kentrell. Okay, one of my road dogs for the longest time. And so, what I wanted to talk about is just knowing, getting to know you. Actually, stuff that I don't know about you for sure. I'm not. I wasn't. I'm writing this down. I'm like, I don't. Some of these things I just don't know the answer to. Aaron, where the deuce are you from?
I'm from Baton Rouge.
I'm okay. I was almost certain of this. Okay, all right. Now, do you have California ties though, right?
No. Uh-uh.
Okay. So maybe okay. All right. So growing up in Baton Rouge. Then. Okay, so that's the okay. I did write that. Down. Growing up in Baton Rouge, where how was that? How was that growing up in Baton Rouge as far as just the city, the culture, as far as just life in Baton Rouge? What is that like?
I tell people that Baton Rouge is it's the biggest little city. It's a perfect hub in between both like New Orleans and Lafayette. But not many people go there. Like you only go to Baton Rouge when you know people there. You know, like Blue Bayou was not necessarily the main attraction, and we didn't really have much like to like distract us, right? So growing up in Baton Rouge is, I mean, what all you want to hear? Like I can take you all the way back to like childhood, and I can take you to
I
like
mean,
teens.
from you could take me from Jigga training to Boosie Bad Butt to Webby and them. All of just I mean, okay. So just literally growing up, as far as okay, when you were a kid, what was it like? What was your city like?
For me, man, I explored it. I had family in every area of Baton Rouge, like every hood. I could say I had family members there. So, it was learning how to be tough necessarily, right? Like the aggressive side of things. Like I was taught to fight. I was taught how to fight at a young age. Kind of how to like stand up for yourself on that end. But
good.
yeah, actually, what? Yeah. Like, of course, like when you start off, you got to learn how to take a hit. But after a while, and then I got reach. I didn't know I had that then, but I got reach. So I'm tagging cats. Get it. I want to. Yeah, exactly. Come here. Give me that chin. all that. So. Like man, I would say BR is a beautiful, ugly mix in a sense. Like it never comes without its challenges. Mm-hmm. So on the lighter note, always love the summer times. We'll be like cookouts and stuff like that with fam, or you just be in the neighborhood and riding bikes. I learned how to ride my bike with no hands. I thought that was like the best thing in the world. We had a candy lady, those type of things. So it has its bright spots.
Yeah. Okay. So wait. So we grew up. I'm sorry. We met each other.
Mm-hmm.
How long ago? A decade plus ago.
Yeah.
This is a while ago. At UL. Okay. So first, how did you end up at UL? Where did that? Why did you choose UL for a school to be at?
So UL came as it came after my original plan was kind of didn't happen. I wanted to originally go to Clark, Atlanta, because they had a fashion a pretty good fashion program, but unfortunately, without scholarship, the cost was a little bit too high. So it was like, okay, who has a decent, not decent, but who has a fashion program? And I wanted to be a little bit further from home. I wanted to have some sense of independence. So it was like, well, it's right up the street. It's not, LSU. It's not Southern. So it had its own thing. It was further enough to be like, I can do my own thing. I can learn how to survive. That was always my thing. Being independent, learning how to like survive or like learn how to thrive was always something I wanted. So that played a part in it.
Well, okay. So why did you choose fashion? Because I was always interested in that. Why where that want to came from? You didn't have any men in your major.
Not at all. Like 3,
right?
Like 4 at the most. Yeah. Well, it spawned from my high school teacher. So in high school, in our high school, I guess you can say it was a trade as well, but they were like elective classes. It was screen printing, and we had like woodwork and stuff like that. So my screen printing teacher, Mr. Perilou, was a big inspiration, and because he owns a business and he also taught. I always remembered him saying like, "I'm here for y'all. Like I don't have to be here. Like I'm a businessman and I want to teach." I was like, you know what? I actually respect that. So from there, it was like I enjoyed the class. I rocked with Mr. Perilou. Pharrell was a big influence on me at that time. So he had like ice cream. So I was like, forget that. I could do better. So I was like, all right, I'm going to learn this. I'm going to learn this situation. So because in that class, he taught Photoshop. He taught you exactly how to make a screen and everything. So once I started doing that, I decided to start my own clothing line in high school. So I was like, well, I do want to be a rapper, but I don't think I go to school for being a rapper necessarily. So it's like, all right, you go to school for this, and like keep that as a hobby. And learn how to make something of it. Then as I continued to progress, you started having like brands like LRG, the whole underground scene started to pop off. So it made it feel like I can actually be a part of it. So yeah, that's what got me into it.
And so you're at UL, you're majoring in fashion, and you meet this weird couple. How the deuce did we meet?
Great question, Steve. I don't know. I don't have a solid answer, but the only thing I could think of is that Randy had to be involved.
I'm pretty sure it was through Randy, Keontae, and Mika.
To be honest, it may have been a kickback, bro. It may have just literally been a kickback, and after that, it just worked. So yeah.
I mean, I know, and when we like first met, I mean, like you said, it just kind of worked where we always hung out together from then on. I don't remember you. I can't remember a UL time when you weren't like just with us. We weren't. We worked together. I don't remember.
It's really difficult if I were to run back my time in UL to not mention a core group of people, and y'all are definitely in there in like every aspect, bro. So. Like, I would definitely agree. It's kind of hard to picture without everybody.
I don't think I can. All right. So what I have on the docket is UL times, and I put parties, school. So let's start with those two.
Okay.
Balancing the amounts of parties and school that we had at UL. Okay, I just know it was a challenge for me. Let's go with that. Okay. How was that for you? As far as, just the kickbacks, the hangouts, the partying, and then trying to still actually get your degree and get, some knowledge about the actual design industry. How was that balancing for you?
It's always tricky. Trying to find time to like socialize and also go after your goals is still to this day one of those I don't know, tricks of the trade. I just learned how to say no, because even though like I'll go out with you guys, or I go to just a kickback, because honestly the kickback started becoming like the only place I wanted to go, because the clubs were cool, but after a while it's like a waste of time. So it was easier to say no to those and be like, I got a core group of friends, I can go kick it with them. We ain't got to be up all night. I can say bye when I need to. Like, I don't feel no pressure to stay out here and just like be in somebody's face. So it's like, it made it so I learned how to say no really fast, and like learned to say no to whatever. But and then when I'm out, I'm out. So I kind of kept it to that because I can sit here and be like, I partied every weekend. I didn't. But when we did have a time, turned up, definitely did that. So I would say just learn, if anybody's doing that situation, just learn how to say no and, have something worthwhile to say yes to,
Yeah, that's good. I also have on the page, because not only were you a part of parties or club life or kickbacks or school stuff, but you went further in that you're a Greek. Are you not?
I'm a Greek.
You're of the Greek organization.
I am of the alphabet. I am.
You're of the Greek alphabet. You have some Greek letters attached to your name, sir.
I do.
What are those, sir?
Alpha Phi Alpha.
You are of the Alpha Phi Alpha
Incorporated
Greek fraternity organization, incorporated, all that good stuff.
Incorporated. Yes.
What was Greek life like? Because I didn't experience this.
So Greek life, you know what? It's interesting. On certain campuses, it's not always the same. But just a little backstory. I was in a high school Greek, so it was kind of like prep school in a sense. Like, so I was in Greek since high school, and we were literally like baby alphas. So it was kind of like prepping me for the real thing. So I would say that on campus, people look at you differently for sure after you've crossed and everything. I definitely got like approached in ways that I wasn't approached at first by certain people. So it's just like, whoa, been here the whole time. What's up? Things are different. So you kind of see you see the psychology of it. It's kind of funny. You see it on a smaller level, how like a certain perceived status or symbol changes people's view of you. So that was always interesting to watch, because when people actually see how warm I am and everything, they'd be like, oh man, you're actually pretty cool. Like I can actually talk to you. Like, like nigga, you could have talked to me the whole time. Like I've been here. But that's what it is. But at the end of the day too, I don't know, you feel a little bit of pressure to kind of uphold some of that too, because it's a part of it. It's a tool and it's valuable. So that, and I always love the fact that when you join some of these organizations, you are now exposed or you have access to history, like years and years of history, not just like dead history, but living history. Because after college, I tell this story all the time, but I simply got like a deal that was very important in my beginning career, simply off the fact that I was an alpha. Only called this person only called on him like once or twice, and he was like, "Word, got you." So like when I moved out here to LA, frat brother let me sleep on the couch. So it's kind of like wherever you go, you're never alone, and that's kind of like a thing some people say. So, but yeah, I think you see more of the benefits outside of college, but while in school, I mean, hell, the parties were cool. If you know the right people, you get in for free, for the frisky. I always try to show love to all my non-Greek friends too. So, if I could, I got, skip the line or something, try to help you out, Gotta share the love, gotta share the wealth. Cause like, think about it, man. That stuff, when you join in, it's difficult.
Well, speaking of which, I didn't have this down, but I'm glad you brought that up. Do you recall a party that y'all had? I believe it's y'all's party, and someone ended up being the bartender at your party. Do you remember this?
So
this guy.
It wasn't a Greek event, but it was Tevin. Tevin's, Tevin's party. I think we invited as many Greeks as possible because I think they were in the building. But yes, we threw a party in college, and the homie came from out of town, and he was trying to throw the event and got short on the bartenders. And guess who was behind the bar? Me and Steve. And like it got to the point. Look, it was so crazy. Okay, just to touch on that story, let me tell you how ride or die my guy is. So Steve, I literally tapped on you like you guys walked in hey Steve, I know you just got here, but we need some help behind this bar, big dog. can you assist for a little minute? And it's like, okay, so when we mix it, don't care. Just give them juice and alcohol. That's it. Because I think we were doing like drinks for 10 cents.
Yeah. I think that's what it was. Like, was that the drinks were so cheap that people were the bartenders got overwhelmed. And so, they threw behind the bar. And I'm just helping out behind the bar.
It was done. What's done? It's like, yo, I want a screwdriver. No, you getting this juice and this alcohol. Like, shut up.
Orange juice and vodka. That's a screwdriver to me.
Orange juice and vodka. That's all I know. That's all I know right now.
That sounds good to me.
Ain't no Long Islands, no sex on the beaches. Nah. How about just a little piece of sand?
Wrong bar, wrong club, sir. This party,
exactly wrong bar, wrong.
These drinks are almost free, sir. No,
almost free. And you got the nerve to come request something? I ain't about to mix up nothing. I ain't no mixologist trying to get out of school. so yes, definitely remember that, because that was a show. Oh my God.
That entire night was like, wow. Okay, so speaking of which, so you say you moved. First after college, you didn't move directly to LA, right? Mm-hmm. I want to say you moved to Atlanta.
No, I lived in New York after college.
Okay, you started in New York.
So I moved to New York. Yeah. Started in New York, and then I made my way to Atlanta, and then back home, and then LA.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So then why LA? So now we're here. Why'd you move to LA?
I think LA.
You're from BR, bro. Where does that even come from? Or what's the? Or you tell me why.
I think it's just like a childhood dream, man. It was like a lot of people that I looked up to, that I was inspired by, lived in LA, moved to LA, worked in LA. So it's kind of like one of those goals that I had in mind that I wasn't letting go. Even when I was in New York, I was like, well, I'm going to do New York for a little while, and then I'm going to shoot over to LA, and it was always different from what I was used to. So it's like, let's make it happen. I didn't really need much else. I know it was sunshine and this, that, and the third. So it's like, let's go. We'll make it work. And then when I was younger, I did want to do like entertainment. And just so happened, this is where entertainment lives and thrives, kind of still to this day. If you're of the old mindset, I wouldn't even say old mindset. Like, a lot of people come out here still to just rest and everything, but the entertainment and everything, the business is online now. So it's like, you don't have to be in Hollywood to shoot Hollywood films and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So what's
a childhood dream?
Well, and I have, we brought this up earlier. What's your dating life like out there, sir?
The dating life is interesting right now. So I'm in a consistent mode. Like, I'm consistent, like, right? Like 1 or 2 a month. It's almost like interviews, but I'm pretty slow though. Like, as in, I'm consistent, but I'm slow. What I'm trying to say is like, I'm not trying to like balance in between like 5 or 6 women or anything like that. Nothing like that. It's more like 1 or 2 people, keeping constant conversation, go on a date or 2, really just easing it along, but with more intention. Mm-hmm. And really questioning, like who I'm trying to be with and what it looks like. So it's solid. It's solid. Not hurting, but it's solid.
It's not hurting. Okay, what's the future for Mr. Aaron Kentrell? What does that look like? What is the entertainer, the podcaster, the workaholic, the inspirational, motivational speaker? What is that Aaron like in the future?
All right, man. Hopefully, to be more of that in every way. More at peace with like what I'm doing and how I'm doing it and what it's bringing in, as in like for my living. So, I don't know what the future, the future tends to never be too different from today. So, in meaning that, whatever it's going to look like, I got to be doing it now. So if I wanted to be what I intended to be, it'd definitely be better than my current situation. I would say that I'm just uncomfortable. but that's a good thing. And through that, I'm realizing like some truths about myself and things that you just can't ignore, but you gotta either approach it. You still gotta approach it and still gotta do it. So I would say my future is bright, always bright. I mean, I don't have exactly what, but I always like to leave some room for spontaneity, because God always has a plan, even though you have a plan too. So it's like, allow for things to happen. So I would say that I'm in a place um, of uncomfortable comfortability, like always allow, because I don't want to sit and be like, oh, I'm super comfortable. No, I'm not. I don't want to be necessarily super comfortable. Like I want to understand what I'm here to do, why I'm here to do it, and it's like, to be happy, you got to be disliked sometimes, and be okay with the challenges that come. So I will be a fighting machine, a dad, a good brother, a better just me, but still, maybe I don't take 2 weeks to respond. Maybe it's a day. Cut them hours down. I just be better in my, because I used to be a little bad with that. I gotten better. Call on people more and everything, and just more. I mean, so my future is bright as long as I'm alive, man. And I can't say exactly what that is, but hey.
And you the one who suggested this combo potty. This was a great idea. Thank you, sir.
Hey man, I think this is really good. I like them. I enjoy them. I'm serious though. Like it's good. It's good for like just content and collaborating with friends and stuff. Because I mean, at the end of the day, these are shareable moments, And this is probably exactly how a conversation between you and I would go. Like honestly,
it would be literally like 3 of those things. I was like, did we already do this podcast? No, we just had this conversation before.
We just like this is what we do.
This is how we talk. Okay, the last thing I wanted was for us to. I think this is going to be a regular thing now. Whenever we have other people on the podcast, is have you seen us do this 2-minute top 5 thing?
Yeah, top 5. Let's go.
Okay, I haven't written anything down, but we have 2 minutes to come up with the top 5 of a certain topic. All I did was write down the topic. I didn't write down mine yet. And so for us, I think as the amazing historian of beautiful music that you are, the 2-minute top 5 is your top 5. You have your pencil and paper ready, sir? Get ready. I saw you had your notebook. Yes, sir. Okay.
Yeah.
Your top 5. It doesn't have to be of all time. It could be of right now. It can be of all time. It's just, 2-minute top 5. Your top 5 hip-hop albums. Now, that's albums or mixtapes. Okay, albums or mixtapes. So I'll write mine down. You write yours down. Let's compare. Okay, let's see what I got. Okay. Oh, wait, hold on a second. Hold on. I got to scratch my
number 1.
Hold up. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Do you?
All right. So the first one is a criminal or AT-Aliens.
Okay,
by
gotcha.
Outkast.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's
amazing front to back.
What singles from there? What songs from there?
So I want to say I think Sorry Miss Jackson is on that one. But you also have like Jezebel and Rosa Parks is on that album, I believe. Hush That Fuzz. So like I love the skits from the back. I even think Me and You, Your Mama and Your Cousin too. Sitting on a lack on chrome. So that's that. I think that's on that album. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah.
Now I haven't. Now all of mine are old because I don't really keep up with hip hop anymore like that anyway, right? I mean I know some of the artists, but the albums. So all of mine are at least they're old to me. But I said albums or mixtapes specifically because the first one I have on here is No Ceilings. It's not even a question. This is the greatest piece of music I've ever heard
not even a
in
question.
the hip hop world. Oh my goodness!
It's
you got
that's a discussion in itself, though.
Yeah. What do you mean?
I'm saying like it was a moment out here where some friends of mine were explaining to another like a young group of kids why Wayne was so influential, and they brought up like No Ceilings, like the mixtapes. And they were just Wayne? Like, huh? What are you talking about? It's like, wait, mixtape Wayne?
Well, he didn't have the commercial music, but he put out so many mixtapes for so long, and it was just free music that the streets couldn't avoid him. And so even though you had some bad mixtapes, sure, but I mean, he started with the Squad, right? We had all them squad 1 through 7 or whatever it was. But you had Currency on it. You had I mean, that's where Jet Life come from. Gunna was on it. Oh my goodness! Yeah. And then you get to his actual just solo mixtapes. Stop it. Okay, anyway, I got No Ceilings on there. What's your next one?
Okay. All right. Speaking of No Ceilings, or just BR period. I have Savage Life.
Savage Life, which is
Savage Life 1. So that's Lil Webby.
Oh yeah, I know who it is. I'm just making on the.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I mean, look, if people don't know, then you need to go look it up. I mean, it's a classic. It's period. It's done. Like I don't want to. We ain't got to discuss more. Okay, like, red truck, blue truck, green truck, black truck, suburban excursion. Wow.
That boy could be in New York, like, Atlanta, LA. Leaving him.
Don't care. Cannot. You know the toughest part? You know, to the bone grizzle. Okay? To the bone grizzle. You know the hardest part about adapting is the fact that when I went to the clubs, I was expecting some BR music. And I had to settle for the EDM. Y'all don't know my struggle. Y'all don't know that. I had to go for top 40. I ain't come here to listen to John Mayer today. Shoot.
Hey, bro, what you talking about?
I was once. I'm just saying. Steve. When you go to New York, man. Don't expect. Shoot. But yeah.
Oh man. Okay. Next, I have on my list.
What's your two?
Kanye West Graduation. Now, again, we have to recall this is old Kanye. This is classic Kanye. Good. This is after
amazing
College Dropout, then Late Registration. That Graduation album I mean, it was literally the first album I recall ever that I can run through all the songs and not skip. And this is I mean, I've been listening to hip hop since I was a kid. It was the first album like that. I mean, it was all like even Wayne had some. It was like 15 tracks, but still like 1 or 2 songs. But I just like, why? For what? But on Graduation,
can't do
run through the whole thing, bro. So that
was a different yay.
It was a different yay.
That was a different yay. I think from College Dropout up until Graduation, I was a really big fan. I became a different type of fan after the fact. Like I respected him for his mastery of the craft, but not so much of the music he was promoting or he was producing or even the content. But he, that was solid choice, sir.
That was a hungry yay back then, bro. That boy was.
I mean, I still think he's hungry. You know what? I still think he's hungry, but he's not starving like he was.
It's a different hunger. Starving. That's for sure.
Yes, because I think that's the reason why everybody aligned with his documentary that he put out. I only watched like maybe 2 episodes, but I mean, it just explained it all. Like the guy walked around with a heavy belief in himself, and the music just showed. Seeing him playing Through the Wire for people, and them just being like, okay, it's like, yo, that's it. Right. Y'all didn't know this was going on.
Y'all didn't know, right? It's gonna be popping, bro. And Through the Wire was
going popping, and ridiculous. Okay, so my third, and it's From the West Side with Love, Dom Kennedy. One of my favorite albums that he ever produced. Yeah, you gotta check him out, man. I would say that's my top album from him. Some people like the Yellow album, others like Make It Home Safe and everything, but that from the West Side with Love, he had a couple of like featured artists on there. They're like not really big names, but it was just like some cool music. It felt like music that you just make with the homies.
Yeah.
Kick back is the vibe. So yeah, from the West Side with Love by Dom Kennedy.
Okay, I'm changing one of mine because I just thought about it as we went along. See, you're messing me up here.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I got one that I want to change too. I'm trying to see where I want to put it at.
Which one you change it for, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Which one I want to change it for? Because it's like I need to drop that right there. Yeah. So I'm thinking myself.
The third on my list, I have Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. Okay, this is
it's on my list too, so I get to change mine.
It's a masterpiece,
wonderful
man.
Piece of work. Wonderful piece of work.
I can listen to
wonderful
that at any
choice,
time.
Sir.
I can listen to this at any time,
every day,
and just love it, and every day, and love it.
And we're back.
We're finally back.
Finally, one more time.
Goodness gracious. My number 4 was Pandemic Project by Toby the Wigway, okay? It has a Breonna Taylor song on it. It has Try Jesus, Please Don't Try Me on it. It has a bunch of different good songs. Goodness gracious.
Because this technology is trying right now.
It is kicking our buttocks.
Our behinds.
Goodness.
All right, so my fifth has to be 400 Degrees.
Not 400 Degrees.
400 Degrees.
Mr. Juvie himself.
Mr. Juvie.
400 Degrees.
Yeah, 400 Degrees, bro. I
haven't heard that album. I don't know how long, right?
Man, okay. It's definitely one of the ones I reach back for every now and then. Those old. I mean, I guess I grew up. Yeah. Growing up, that's all you heard. No Limit or Cash Money, And it's part of the childhood. Unfortunately,
I'm surprised you didn't pick a Boosie album. I ain't gonna hold you.
Okay, check it out. Webby.
Webby.
You said top 5. You said my top 5. I rocked with Boosie, and Boosie is solid. But wordplay, when it came down to like telling the story, I just vibe with Webby when Webby just had a few more bangers to me than Boosie did. Now Boosie, young Boosie, like the camp life Boosie, he was fire. He was really fire. He was only 14 talking some really gangster stuff, but that was a different wavelength. And I don't know. I mean, that Savage Life is just classic, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's just classic. It's just a classic. Yeah.
Okay, the last one I have on here is 2014 Forest Hill Drive. J. Cole. That album was ridiculous to me, bro. I remember listening to it, and this is before Apple Music and stuff was popping down. I had it downloaded on my phone or whatever, and that song, that whole album just went ridiculous. So, 2014 Forest Hill Drive. Yeah, of course, yeah. And I could have put a Kendrick album on there, another Cole album on there. I scratched out Take Care. Drake's Take Care. I love that album. So there's plenty more we could talk about, I'm sure. But those are the ones that I had at least for No Ceilings, Graduation, Miseducation, Pandemic Project, Forest Hill Drive. So.
Well, I mean, I think you had a solid lineup, sir. And I definitely say like Miseducation is a shared like top pick, no matter where I put that at. Like it's definitely in my top 3. Of all albums. Yeah.
Albums went so ridiculous, bro.
Yes, sir.
All right, well, that's all I have for you, Aaron. I appreciate you coming to the pod. I appreciate you suggesting this. Now I have 2 podcast episodes I'm going to post from this. You see what I'm saying? So this is a great time, bro. This is a great time, bro. I appreciate it and always love, man.
Same. All right. Talk to you guys soon and be blessed, big dog.
You got to come visit soon. How about that?
I will be, actually.
Well, we'll talk off camera about that for sure.
Yeah.
All right, bro. Love you, man.
Love you too, baby. Talk to y'all soon.
All right, well.
Podcasters, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. You can also listen to our audio podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. Have a good one.